What do you see as the biggest election issues for Black Americans in coming into the new year?
Well, it will be important to make sure that we protect the things that enable us to move to a place where we have true economic opportunity in every single zip code, to make sure that as the economy continues to recover, that it's felt in every community, including many of the historically African American neighborhoods that I represent in Brooklyn and others like it throughout the country, in terms of access to affordable housing and home ownership, access to the millions of jobs that have been created under President Joe Biden, and access to the entrepreneurial boom that has been underway in terms of small business creation, but far too often doesn't make it into inner city communities.
And so you were unanimously voted on to lead the party. So guessing people could assume that if Democrats were to take control of the House in 2024, you would be the speaker. So what would be your number one priority as speaker legislatively?
From the standpoint of the issues that I think it will be important for us to tackle in the next Congress as House Democrats, particularly if we are in the majority, dealing with the rising cost of housing, which impacts community after community after community all across America, I think is something that is long overdue. The federal government needs to get back into the business of creating and preserving affordable housing, including making sure that we elevate access to affordable home ownership, which has been a challenge in African American communities all across the country, and is one that needs to be addressed in those communities and throughout America.
Progressive members of Congress are now facing a lot of money going towards primary campaigns against them. In order for Democrats to control the House, those progressive members will also need to be able to retain their seat. As the party leader, how do you see your role in protecting those members?
You know, in the context of what House Democratic leadership has traditionally done, I will continue to support every single member within the House Democratic caucus family, from the most progressive to the most centrist, to the most moderate, and all points in between. That's been my position and perspective, even prior to serving in this role in the previous 4 years as chair of the House Democratic Caucus. And that, I think, is an approach that all of us should continue to take moving forward.